Welcome to the High Ground Podcast. I'm Stevie W.
And I am Callum.
Okay, today we're going to do in under 10 minutes Steven Seagal.
Oh my god, do you remember him?
Oh, he was brilliant in the late 80s, early 90s up until he made, was it On Deadly Ground was his
mistakes,
first, yeah.
shall we say?
On Deadly Ground, Executive Decision, then everything after Under Siege 2, really.
Yeah, rubbish. I think Under Siege, that's a fair assessment. I like Under Siege 2, but then
I loved Under Siege 2.
that's like the sort of jumping off point for me. Exit Wounds was okay as well, but it was just like, it could have had someone else and still been the same thing.
Yeah, I've tried to watch a few of his things, and especially the later ones where where you can tell he's sped up.
Yeah.
And he's got the beard,
barely standing.
yeah. And he's so big, and the wig is now obvious. I used to, when I was like 16, around about 16, should I say, when so Hard to Kill and Marked for Death and Out for Justice, the good ones.
Yeah,
I just wanted to be like him,
yeah.
and I loved his ponytail and everything. I mean, I had a mullet at the time, but there's one thing growing a mullet, and there's one thing actually having your hair fully long.
Yeah.
It's like at the front, it gets to a point where it gets over your eyes and gets irritating. But I always wanted to have like that, and then you realise, even though he won't admit it, it's definitely a wig. You look at his hairline and say Nico and Hard to Kill, then you look at it in Under Siege, different. But yeah.
Yeah, no, see, Under Siege was always the film I remember, I think, seeing first when I was a kid. Because that was 92-ish, 3?
It was, I think it was 93. Under Siege was
92. Yeah. I don't remember it coming out, but I do remember, like, I think my dad had it on my dad had them all on video, so he's the one responsible for all the violence in my life. Fictional violence, just clarify for the listeners there.
I saw Hard to Kill at cinema.
Wow.
No, I didn't. No. See, I was way too young. I saw Hard to Kill and Above the Law on video. Saw Marked for Death, Out for Justice, Under Siege 2, Executive Decision all at the cinema because I was a big Steven Seagal fan at that point. Then after Executive Decision, he went straight to video.
Yeah, I remember Above the Law as just being called. I don't know if it was just called Nico in this country.
It was Nico. I think it was Nico Above the Law.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it wasn't just it was my nan as well. I think she used to really like Steven Seagal, like in other ways, shall we say?
Yeah.
So yeah, she was a massive fan of that, and I got into it from there. And then I went backwards in his catalogue, so from Under Siege 2, backwards, and it was kind of like I was like, whoa, these films are getting better. What's going on? Oh, they're in reverse, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, he was the man in the early 90s, wasn't he, for action?
That and Van Damme.
Yeah. And I think probably if he'd just been alive, Brandon Lee would have probably
Brandon Lee. I've always said that Brandon Lee would have been a major star, but not in the action market. Yeah. He would have been. But that's for another one. I mean, I still can't watch The Crow because it is so upsetting.
I've never seen The Crow. I've always heard about good things about it and like how sort of weird it is to watch, but I've never seen it.
Really good, really upsetting. But yeah, the likes of Hard to Kill or Marked for Death, they were just brilliant.
Balls to the wall, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I like the Under Siege. I'm the cook, the lowly cook.
Yeah.
Like, he did have some really good one-liners.
He did, yeah. He really did.
It was just action, but it was good action. But it's kind of sad to see the way his career trajectory. Even Van Damme is respected more.
Yeah, no, but I all the other old action stars seem to have sort of had a little renaissance now, don't they? Like, Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren's in quite a bit now.
I mean, it's a lot
of direct to video. Yeah. And obviously the Expendables was like a rebirth for all of them, wasn't it? And it was a shame. It would have been good to see Seagal in that if he'd have been in shape and not accused of rape.
Yeah. I mean, last time I ever saw him in the cinema was Machete.
Yeah. So I think it's the only time he's ever died apart from an executive decision.
Could be. I know, like I said, if you go.
Well, I heard a rumour that in his contract there's a clause that if he dies, it has to be by his own hand. He's not allowed to be killed. So I don't know how. I don't know. Yeah, I remember when Executive Decision came out and it said Steven Seagal, and I was like, oh yes, he's back. Oh, for 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, and he's John Leguizamo's in it tells a story about how he laughed at him. He got choked out by Steven
Oh
Seagal
my
acting
God,
like the
really?
big guy,
Oh.
acting like an a-hole on the set because he was the big, you know.
But then there's like Snake Plissken to choose from in that film as well.
Oh,
isn't
yes.
there?
I mean, if you go on YouTube, you'll find loads of. You'll probably find more channels and videos of people going about all the BS that he spews about himself and all the lies that he's told.
And I think, was it you that said years ago you're going to go see if you could see the band?
Yeah, but
that
they
he's
were
in?
overcharging,
Charged about.
overcharging because he's
Oh,
a singer as well as a cop and everything else that
And
he
a Buddhist
claims to
monk.
be. Yeah,
He's supposed to be apparently
Reincarnation.
reincarnated.
a lot of things about who he trained with. Apparently, is a lot of BS because they'll say, well, he wouldn't have been in that timeline because he'd been.
Yeah.
But it's just fun. He may be up his own arse.
Oh yeah. It's
but
something else. Yeah.
Yeah, for that brief period, he was the
he's
man.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I could definitely agree with that. Yeah, he was. I mean, it was kind of like the new action films, wasn't it? His started, I think, in the early 90s. You know, like those sort of Die Hard on a action films. You know, like Under Siege is obviously Die Hard on a boat, isn't it? And then 2 is Die Hard on a train. But I think like he did that sort of. He always plays that sort of like ex-special forces character, doesn't he? Or like a cop or whatever. And I think he's really good at that sort of stuff.
I mean, it was a change because they were there. He was there for because you look at Arnie and Sly, the dominants from the 80s, who were these big muscle-bound heroes with the big guns in their hands and they're shirtless.
Yeah.
And just
mowing people down.
Yeah. Then Van Damme and Seagal, the smaller, I say smaller at the time, Seagal, come along and they do the whole martial arts through the bit of a martial arts renaissance they had in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
And it's so sad that whereas like I said, Van Damme, Lundgren, Sly and Arnie have managed to maintain a decent physique.
Yeah.
He's just
and sort of personality as well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously you have the thing with Arnie and his nanny.
Yeah.
But I still think they're like, I mean, he did quite a good job as a governor as well, didn't he?
Oh, he's brilliant. I respect him more as a politician than I do as an actor, and I can't say anything bad about Arnie.
And I mean, I've never heard anything bad about Stallone either. You know, he always seems nice to fans, and Van Damme as well. Like, they all seem pretty good. I mean, it's just I've heard some stories about Seagal and fans, so yeah, you're right. It is sad because like the other lot are sort of still, you know, no pun intended, but still kicking.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is a shame because, like you say, like it was like a sort of him and Van Damme were doing something different to Arnie and Stallone. Like they were I think they were sort of winding down and going. Well, Arnie was definitely going the comedy route, wasn't he? In the 90s?
Slow, Sly.
Yeah. Whereas, you know, these two were still sort of. They were really intricate fight scenes that they had. Like, because I mean, I know Van Damme choreographs a lot of his own fights, doesn't he? I don't know. I assume Seagal did as well because he trained with Dan, Santo, didn't he? But yeah, no, I mean the fight sequences always seem they're really well planned, and it's nice to see like him and Van Damme always get hit back, which like Arnie and Stallone, you ain't got a chance, have you? Like they're invincible
and they had
80s
big
syndrome.
weapons.
Yeah. But it's nice like when you watch a fight scene with Stallone with Seagal or Van Damme, it's like they use things around them.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the Bourne. I don't like the Bourne films, but like the fights are really naturalistic and like well choreographed. Yeah, it is a shame he's gone the way he has, but
so
that's fame, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can't all be like you said. You can't be all your 80s action heroes like your Sly and your Arnie. But something else. Favorite Steven Seagal movie?
My favorite. Probably Out for Justice. I want to know who killed Bobby Lupo. That's my problem.
Under Siege 2. Under Siege 2.
I do like Under Siege 2. Yeah. Anything from 88 to 95.
Yes, definitely. So that's the High Ground podcast and Steve just discussing Steven Seagal in under 10 minutes. I'm Stevie W.
And Callum.
See you soon.
Bye.